Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for your latest Manchester United news. This is a breaking news pre-recorded video. I was going to do a live, but this has been recorded late on a Thursday night. So please, sorry that I know it's not a live, but I'm not able to do it live on a Friday. So I am at 8 o'clock for the watch along. Today we're here to talk about Jarrad Branthwaite. According to a bit of news sources, Manchester United have agreed personal terms with Everton's Jarrad Branthwaite. Jarrad Branthwaite's representatives. So we'll read it out here. Manchester United have agreed personal terms with Jarrad Branthwaite's representatives. A fee is still to be agreed. Sources close to the negotiations say Branthwaite's agents, should he join Manchester United, will be in the region of 150 to 160 grand a week. Everton are still holding out for £70 million for Branthwaite, but an agreement with his representatives is a major step forward. Now, look, we all know Jarrad Branthwaite. He's a young defender. He plays for Everton. He's a good defender. He is a good defender, good solid defender. He's left-footed. Obviously, we need a right-footed centre-back. So the fact that he's left-footed, hopefully if we are going to bring him in, it's something we can work on as well, because we could deal with a right-footed centre-back. But again, this news sort of, coming out of the blue. 1 minute we're going to be putting a bid in, next minute there's personal terms agreed. And look, some would say, personal terms don't mean a lot. And you may be right, you may not be right, but the fact that they're supposedly sort of agreed with Jarrad Branthwaite's representatives, it's a step forwards. It's a step forwards. And obviously, I know, you're big Fabrizio Romano's, David Ornstein's, news people like that haven't came out and said anything, but it's out there. And again, I'm only the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. But this is, hopefully, the thing is about Ineos, which I've noticed, is their news comes late. Very, very late. When we found out that Ten Hag was staying, that came out at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Same thing with Jarrad Branthwaite. They love late news. They love it. It's like, fan channels won't go live. We may not go live, but we'll put a pre-recorded video up. Now we're going to catch it out there, Mr. GM Ratcliffe and Ineos. But for 70 mil, look, are we going to spend that? Are we going to maybe try and give them 50 mil? Are we going to put a bid in for 50 mil? And then, will we try and work our way up, or will we have a stance on what we want? How much are Manchester United willing to spend? Are Manchester United looking in the 40 range, the 50s range? Are we going to move up? Or are we just going to stay in that? Or are we going to stay in that position? Are we going to stay 50 mil and that is it? 50 mil. Because Everton need to sell players because of the sticky situation they're in as well. So Everton need to sell players. They can't go another season. Without not selling players because of the rules and all that sort of stuff. So they need to sell players. And selling Jarrad Branthwaite would probably be... Obviously, they wouldn't want to let him go, but they need to. And we're coming at them now in a situation where they're vulnerable. They need to sell players, or else they'll be getting deducted a lot more points than they did last season. So the fact that personal terms have been agreed is something there we just look forward to seeing what the bid will be. Because the bid is a big one. The bid, I always think, gives you a bit of a rough idea on what we could expect. If it's 50 mil, then, we're going to work our way up. And maybe we may just splash the cash and say, look, there's 7 mil, but we supposedly have a £50 million transfer budget. And obviously, player sales will add on to that. So if you sell a Greenwood for 40 mil, then it'll be 90 mil and so on and so forth. So personal terms have been agreed, but we need to sell players. Or a player if we want to afford them, because of how much Everton want from £70 million. His wage is 150 to 160 grand a week. I mean, look, they're not low already, but obviously that's something that we worked on when it's pretty much a here we go, you'd imagine, from Fabrizio Romano. So again, like I said, you can take it with a pinch of salt. You can take it whatever sort of salt you want. You can take it with a lot of salt, a pinch of salt, whatever you want to do. It's your choice. But it's a step forwards that in personal terms have been agreed. And like wrong, Jarrad Branthwaite is a good, strong, solid centre back. You know, from a set piece, he's a threat. You know, he's like I said, he's tall, he's broad, he's strong, had a bit of pace about him. He's fairly young as well, so he still has a good chunk of his career, you know, left. And like I said in previous live streams, I love Jarrad Branthwaite at Manchester United. I really would. Tadebo's probably still going to be my main person, but if you bring in a Jarrad Branthwaite, I won't turn my nose up at that. You know, I won't be like, oh, I don't want that. The only thing that I said is turn me off is the price. But maybe that's something we'll have to work on. You know, personal terms are great, but obviously other clubs can still jump in. But it's sort of been Manchester United and Branthwaite, Manchester United and Branthwaite. That's been the link when it's came to that. And now we just see what Ineos are going to bid now. What's the bid on the table? Because Everton have said, and it looks like they're going to stand on that they want £70 million. That is it. It's like they don't want anything less than that. But we can always go to them and say, look, we understand you want £7 million for Jarrad Branthwaite. He's in a bit of a sick situation. Probably a more sick situation than Manchester United. But he's a young defender. Look, I know we need a defender. Manchester United need a defender. But that 50 million, if we do give it in, or whatever bid we put in, 60 million, whatever bid we put on the table. Because I'll be very, very surprised if we splash the cash and say, right, there's 7 million for Branthwaite. There you go. That's that. That's a dub. If we only needed a defender, like just need one sign and that was a defender, well, maybe we would splash the cash and give them 7 million. But the fact we needed another midfielder and another striker and maybe a left back, there's things about that as well. And it sort of tells you that is that one of the reasons why we're not really pushed on Michael Elise, because we want to bring in Jarrad Branthwaite. You know, we'd rather do Manchester United prefer to spend the money on a player in a position that who is Jarrad Branthwaite, would we prefer to spend that money on an actual target than Elise, who it's not a critical priority where a defender is, and that goes with a midfielder and a striker as well. Is that something Manchester United will have to do? But again, let us know your thoughts on the series in the comment section below. And please do like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers. When we get there, I'll have to do something fun. And please do follow our socials as well. Links are in the description, and the main two are on the edit there as well. And do subscribe. We'll have your watch alongs coming. Cannot wait. But anyways, yeah, look, let's see what happens in the next couple of days now, because you know, well, we've been linked with Tadebo and Lenny Jarrod too, so they're two other defenders that Manchester United could go in for. But again, personal terms have been agreed according to the Time Sport and Talk Sport and all them sorts of news correspondents or people. So again, now we look forward to, like I said, personal terms are agreed, but this could be a thing that it could either go well and they'll accept the bid Everton, or we could come to some sort of agreement meet in the middle, or else it just collapses and we go and look at someone else. It could happen. You never know. I remember the days we had personal terms for Frankie de Jong. He's still playing for Barcelona. And yeah. So you can have a look into but again, actually you can look into the personal terms. But now I look forward to, like I said, and I've said it a couple of moments before, and before that, what is the bid Manchester United are willing to put on the table? We know Everton wants £70 million. We've seen it, we've heard it, we get you. But Manchester United can't go in and bend over backwards for Everton. Because Manchester United have to remember, in there, Everton need to sell players. They need to sell a player or two for big bucks. And that's what, and Branthwaite, if they got rid of him, would ease the pressure off them. Honestly, would I be surprised if we go in? I'd be very surprised if we do go in and splash the cash and say, right, there's 70 mil. We may start off low. We may go with 50, 55 mil, or maybe 60 mil. I don't think we're going to go 40 million, but you never know. When we went to sign Mason Mount, I think we offered like 35, 40 mil. and then we paid 60, 65 mil for him. Jarrad Branthwaite is a good defender, and I will be very, very excited if we signed him. I know I've said in previous streams I don't want it to be another Harry Maguire moment. You know, Maguire was smashing it with Leicester. We bought him for £80 million. I don't want that. So I hope if we are going to sign him, we make sure that this is our man, and he's not going to be another Harry Maguire. As much as I love Harry Maguire, I don't want it to be another Harry Maguire situation. So I want Ineos to be careful. I want the scouts to, if they scouted him already, to be up to speed. I want them to know. Before we put a bid on that table, I want us to have an argument of, right, this is what I want him. He's going to come in. He's going to do this. I want promises. I want or maybe what the hell happened there? I promise you that this is what I want. Promises. That's what I want. Promises. If I sit here and promise you, if I sit here and said, Jarrad Branthwaite, you may do this, you're going to be like, but if I say, I can promise you he's going to do this, you'll get excited and you'll believe me. And I hope that's something that we're very, very careful, and we keep our cards close to our chests when we do go in and put a bid on the table for Jarrad Branthwaite, because I wouldn't be surprised if you put a bid in, but I hope you don't overpay from or bend over backwards like we've done in previous times with previous players that we brought in. Examples: Harry Maguire, Anthony, Rasmus Højlund. I can go on and on and on. So this is what we have to do now. But again, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens now in the next couple of hours, days, because this could move very, very quick, or this could take weeks to solve. But if you bring Jarrad Branthwaite in, or maybe someone else, before the end of June, happy days. Because the time I'm recording this, transfer window's open. But yeah, obviously players won't come in yet, but it's open. It's there. It's ready to rumble. But again, I hope you've all enjoyed the video. We sat here. We spoke a bit about Jarrad Branthwaite. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on the news. Are you buzzing? What's your thoughts? Would you like him? I still wanted Evo, but I would not turn my nose up to Jarrad Branthwaite because he is a good defender. And I've watched him a couple of times with Everton. He is a good, solid defender, and I do look forward if we do bring him in. But let's hope we bring him in for the right price. Thanks for watching. Do like the video, comment, subscribe, follow our socials, links in the description. I'll speak to you all for the watch on. Thanks for watching.